Greetings, and welcome once again to your intercommunal sound service tunes and attack. Yeah, man, as you know, it's a retro week this week, but I'm going to pay a tribute with this retro show. Yeah, man, as you know, we lost the legendary Lee Scratch Perry a couple months ago, so I'm just going to share some of his track, a little insight. And, you know, it's been a pleasure for 2016 when I opened for him, you know. And just going to let go some of the vibes and, you know, just chat about Lee in general. For those of you who missed last week's show, you notice a show didn't come out, and there's a reason, because YouTube blocked the show. And anytime I put out something conscious and I realize food for thought and let people think, those are the stuff that gets stopped at times. So it is what it is. But big up to YouTube still. So in the meantime, we're just gonna play some tracks from the legendary producer, singer, songwriter, and just, you know, just whole of vibes. And this is the second tribute. The first one was held at Cafe Number 9. So big up to Johnny and the crew. And shout out to Richard and the entire, you know, team at Dorothy Parks right here for allowing me inside the space and just let me do my thing. And shout out to all the people inside just having a drink, chilling and just enjoying the vibes. Yeah, man. So as you know, people just moving around. And it is what it is. So I'm going to kick off with one called Seaside. And this is called Mystic Mirror. Yeah, man. It's all about the man called Hugh Rainford Perry. Yeah, man.
Good evening, here Weatherman, hailing you from Cornwall and Surrey. Flying carpet, leaving Middlesex. I'm man in a big hurry. Walking on the sea sand with my lightning in my hand. I've got a key. Walking on the seashore and the future, with my future in the sand. Walking on the sea sand with my lightning in my hand. Walking on the seashore in a Cornwall festival. It's so nice to be in the sunlight. It's so nice to be by the seaside. Sand.
Taking some classics from the legendary Lee Scratch Perry.
A time to sow and a time to reap. Yes, my friend. The seed you sow, that's what you shall reap. A bring a bend. You light the fire to burn this naya, but it no work out. You're just a weak out, yo. You send a big neck police friend to come cool I up, but it no work. For Jaja walk right in and cool up the scene. You get a jerk. For they that put their trust in Jah shall be like Mount Zion high, that shall never remove it higher, but abided forever. Jah, the knife that stick the sheep, I go stick the goat. Do you hear? How you gonna feel when the knife is at your throat? For sowing bring reaping, and reaping is harvest. The seed that you sow, yeah, that's what you shall reap. Yeah. Do you hear? Jah is our light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Jah the protector of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Yeah. Hypocrite in a broad daylight, parasite in a dim light, dreadlocks in moonlight, ballad at sunrise. Oh, Jaja is a shepherd, I shall not want. Do you hear? Do you see? Jaja is a shepherd, I will not want. You send your big neck police friend to come cool I up, but it no work. For Jaja walk right in and cool up the sea. You get a jerk. Get a jerk, it no work. You set your spot to catch a wheel. If you did, you know, Jaja Shark was on your trail. He couldn't work, he couldn't work, he couldn't work.
Sounds of the legendary Lee Scratch Perry. Yeah, man, and you know the man is the originator of the dub vibe. So I'm going to play something called the Girls Dem Love Dub. So sending this one out to all the lovely ladies. You don't know. Yeah, man, right inside the dirty packs here working out. And the vibes is nice. The energy is right, you know. So as you can hear even in the background. Yeah, man. And stay tuned because there will be more transmission here from Dorothy Park's venue. Yeah, man. So just go and stay tuned. Tunes and attack every time.
Liberation, playing you the best of the best.
Yes, inside the vibes, the dirty packs, yeah man, enjoying also with the young ones too, you know. Yeah man, we're just holding the vibes, you know. Paying some tribute to the legendary Lee Scratch Perry, the man who also gave you the sounds of Bob Marley, because if there was no Lee Scratch Perry, to be honest, there would be no Bob Marley, put it that way, because that was the man who created his sounds. You don't know, there's a whole story behind that still. But in the meantime, we just go on bigging up the vibes. And I'm going to play one of my favorite, you know, Scratch Perry and the Upsetters tune. And this one is called Bushweed. Now, there are two versions of this track. And there's one where Bonnie and Ricky did, still a Lee Scratch Perry thing. But you know, when Lee is a man, as far as I understand, and I can't mention Lee Scratch Perry and do not mention Junior Mervin. Because Junior Mervin was the man who told me all the stories before I actually met Lee himself, you know, about Lee Scratch Perry and the recordings and, you know, some vibes at the studios and all what go on. So, yes, that's how I get some of my inside information to things. So, big up to Junior Mervin and may his soul rest in, you know, peace. Yeah, man. So, this one is the Lee Scratch Perry version when Lee, you know, threw himself in this track. And this one is called Bushweed Corntrash, one of my favorite ones. Just taking it nice and easy on the retro vibes, paying tribute to the elders. Watch this. Yes, and that's a thing called Bushweed Corntrash. Yeah. Now, the next track, I'm going to play two versions of this next track. And a lot of you know this track from a popular band. And I need not mention any name. You know, from once I play the track, you're going to know which band and which song I'm talking about. But I'm going to play one version people are familiar with, and then I'm going to do the original version, the first version that Lee Scratch Perry did before he did a second version. And another thing, you know, in the past, you know, the media at times made a comment about Lee, you know, playing new songs written on old rhythm. And there was a reason for that. It was a story being created. And if you notice nowadays, back in Jamaica, you have one rhythm, and 15, 20 artists is on the one rhythm, and there was a reason for that. It's like telling a story. You could, you know, have different artists telling a story or counteracting each other on the same rhythm, and that's what Lee was doing from way back. Got a bit of criticism for it at certain aspect, but here again, how many years after, people are still, you know, following what he started. So the man is original, and I'll give you some story into another thing, but watch this song, and then I'm gonna play the very first version also.
Lucifer, son of the morning,
Max
I'm
Romeo,
gonna chase
Lee
you out
Scratch Perry
of
production.
earth.
Prodigy.
I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke sit on I man. So when I check him, my lass in hand, and if him slip, I gone with him hand. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Oh yeah. Him have to drop him fork and run. Him can't stand up to judge a son. Him have to left ya with him gun. Dig off with him bomb. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race.
Yes, and here's the next version as we enter. Disco Devil.
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth.
Look at the disco devil, dress as a disco rebel. Devil the disco devil, dress as a disco rebel. She bum, she not up on the sky. 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 Look at the disco devil, dress as a disco rebel. Devil the disco devil, dress as a disco rebel. About to make no trouble, but in a pool a rebel. About to make
Yeah, man, as you hear the originals, and this is where Prodigy took it from, you know? Yeah, man. Yes. So, the next track I'm going to play is from Lee's last album, and this one is called The Black Album. And, you know, the last time catching up with Lee in 2016, you know, we had a good little chat. And I threw a question to him, and I said, are we getting another album, you know? Yeah, and at this time, Lee was, what, 83, going 84. And actually, he was actually telling me he was putting an album together without saying it. And why I said that, you know, he was saying, yeah, apart from him being the originator, I was the trendsetter and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, it's when I got the album and listened, I realized he was actually saying, yeah, there's going to be another album before he depart this earth, you know. So I want to say much respect to my elders and just thanks for the contribution to the music industry and for, you know, bringing reggae to the forefront and all that kind of stuff. And just being an originator and, as I say, trendsetter. So, Rainford, just go on vibing on the other side, my ancestor, you know. So I'm going to take something from here and in from the Black Album, which was Lee's last work. You know, people might hear other stuff, but this was his last work. And much respect to the musicians on this album. So I'm going to start off one called The Trendsetter, which the man is himself, Lee Scratchberry.
Lee Scratchberry and the upset that goes together. Lee Scratchberry and Daniel. Lee Scratchberry and the upset. Lee Scratchberry and Daniel. Lee Scratchberry and the sea and the sun. Lee Scratchberry no one no hold your man. No Lee Scratchberry. Yeah. Crazy women. Lee Scratchberry.
This one is called Your Shadow is Black.
World
Watch
wind
this.
and fire. World wind and fire, dark shadow in the moon. Dark shadow in the room. Dark shadow in the moon. Love your shadow. Your shadow is black. Your shadow is God. Love your shadow. Your shadow is mad. Love your shadow. Your shadow is God. Black shadow. Black shadow in the room. Black shadow. Full moon. Black shadow is in the room. Black shadow. Houseful. Shadow man, no matter loves and houseful. Black shadow, room full. Nail mosquito in the room. Flying in the boom. No bagger. Did not come too soon. No dark shadow in the room. Love your shadow. Your shadow is black. Your shadow is bad. So love up your shadow. Love up your shadow. Now hug up your shadow. Dark shadow. G. I'm a G. Love your shadow. Your shadow is black. Your shadow is God. Love your shadow. Your shadow is mad. Now hug up your shadow. Dark shadow. In full moon. In the room. Dark shadow in the moon. Didn't come too soon. Dark shadow. And did not come too soon. Hug up your shadow. Your shadow loves you. Love you. Love up yourselves and love yourselves. Hug up yourself and love yourself. Shadow. Kiss yourself. Shadow. Kiss up yourself. Love up yourselves and love up yourself and say hell. No hell. Ooh, cool. Dark shadow in the room. Ooh, dark shadow in full moon. Dark shadow did not come too soon. Dark shadow did not come out by you. In my ear balloon. Dark shadow. No ragga in the sparrow, no grabber, shooting arrow, flying arrow. Love your shadow is black, your shadow is God. Love your shadow is mad. No ghetto on the top, top of the ladder to the ladder. No ragga up ladder in the sky. I can fly. I ain't alright. Black shadow in the moon. Black shadow is in the moon, and your shadow is black, and your God is black. That's why me come back.
Yes, sounds of the legendary producer, singer, songwriter, musician, Lee Scratch Perry. Yeah, man. So I just want to say thanks to the elders for all the music over the years and what he's done for the music industry. Yeah, man, and just opening the doors for many. And for those of you who didn't know, back in the 70s when there was a lot of inner city violence, this was one of the men. And big up to King Tubby also, you know, in the same breath. But Lee was one of the men who took many of the young youths off the street and from crime. So yeah, man, through the music. So before I go and play the last track, you know, I just want to say much respect to Richard and the Dirty Packs team for allowing me the space. And stay tuned because hopefully, with all being well, next February, I'll be just doing, you know, some things here at the Dirty Packs. So stay tuned. And yeah, man, just keep on keeping on. And we have to support all the venues and all the people and the promoters and the musicians in this trying time, as some people say, strange time. And we just got to be and keep the creativity, yeah, man. So it's all about networking and supporting, yes. And as we say, people inside and the youngsters, everybody just coming together and enjoying themselves, you know. Yeah, man, it's all love, it's all humanity, and that's what we're all about. So my final track to you, and you know, before I go, I just want to say enjoy the festive season and just stay, you know, cool, stay relaxed, stay airy, and just know that all is well. You and your family, friends, and look forward to 2022, more progression and positivity. And, you know, we just keep on uplifting society and humanity, people, for real. As always, listen without prejudice and take the time to be kind to each other. Always remember that. So I'm going to close out with another track. This is from Terence Trent D'arby, but this is a remix that Lee Scratch Perry did himself. And this one is called If You All Get to Heaven. Listen to the lyrics. So people, until next week again, stay tuned. Tune into Tunes and a Talk still. You know, I'll be posting things through the week occasionally. But just look after self and hope you and your life circle stay well and be well, people. Love, light, every time. Lee Scratch Perry's remix of Terence Trent D'arby, If You All Get to Heaven.
Eeny, meeny, meeny, teakel. Eeny, meeny, meeny, teakel, fast and true. Little Moses, Lee Scratch Perry, bless CBS record.
Sing